Yes, there is going to be a lot of work going on in there in the next few weeks to make it that romantic ruin. But I tell you what, that is only a small part of what's going on here. So if I just take you around, there's loads of work going on around the whole Ryder Cup course at the moment. There's around about 200 people putting up things like this. This is a grandstand where all the audiences are going to be. And even in the distance there, just to give you about how much money this event will make, in the distance there, they're actually putting up a merchandise marquee. Now that marquee can take anywhere between £3 to £4 million worth a day in merchandise. That's a lot of polo shirts and a lot of programs, but this event will make a lot of money. Well, the press conference happened here at Haverfordwest Police Station. Police also said they understand it's a very worrying time for people living in Narberth and the whole of Pembrokeshire, but reassured people that there are extra officers out on the street at the moment trying to catch Angelika's killer. They also said that a post-mortem has been carried out on her body, but haven't yet revealed how she died. All they said it was a particularly brutal and vicious attack on a very quiet lady who lived by herself just outside of Narberth. They also said that even though the body was discovered on Friday, she could have been killed as early as Tuesday. That's nearly a week ago. Jamie.
Matthew Murray in Haverfordwest.
And it's volcanic dust like this which is causing all the problems. It looks very fine and a little bit like cement, but when it travels as a cloud, it can cause major problems for the aviation industry, blocking out radars and making some of the most dangerous conditions known to pilots, as this stuff can knock out jet engines. So in just a short time, the players will come through this tunnel and hear that Straddy roar for one final time. It's always a proud moment, but tonight the air will be thick with nostalgia. But to make sure they give this place a fitting farewell, they'll need that win against Bristol so they can leave here and head to the new stadium on a high. The most important British double agent of World War II. Arthur Owens was a spy, but his motivation wasn't king and country, it was money. Owens had run up huge debts after failing to sell an invention for improving batteries. Records from the National Archive have revealed how in 1935 he turned to the Germans. He walked into their embassy as an inventor, but he came out as a German spy. But he was also working for MI5. His code name was Snow, Britain's first double agent. One mission he was given was scouting the South Wales coast to find an arms drop-off point. The Nazis were looking for a place where they could drop off weapons by the boatload. They needed an area where they could moor their U-boats. Owens fed them back information that the ideal spot would be here, Oxbridge Bay in Gower. He also led them to believe that the weapons would then be picked up by extreme Welsh nationalists. The Germans saw them as a potential source of support in the UK and Ireland and were keen to recruit them. So as the Celtic Manor fills with stars and stripes, one thing is for sure, the US won't accept anything less than a victory, or it would be a star-spangled clangor. Yes, they are very confident, and I tell you what Benny and I are loving at the moment, just loving all the hype, the rumour mill. Well, that's keeping the whole place going. People who are going to be here over the next few days, talking about ex-presidents, Clinton, George W., he could even be here. And also, I've heard that the Beckhams are here on Friday. It's all rumour and speculation, but it's just great fun. If they do turn up, we'll of course bring them to you here on Wales Today. But Benny, you're definitely here with the latest weather. That's it! Europe have done it! They've won the Ryder Cup by 14.5 points to 13.5. It's been a nail-biter, and the man who sealed it, Northern Ireland's Graham McDowell. He used to live in Cardiff, winning it in Wales. It's a proud day. So why the need for electrification? Well, these Intercity 125s are diesel locomotives. They carry an internal combustion engine, which is noisy, hefty and smelly. Electric trains will be cleaner, greener and faster. And because they won't have these engines either end, it'll mean more passengers will be able to get on board. How important is it for you to come back to Port Talbot and do these things? Because I've got to laugh. I've seen footage of Burton when he arrived back. He had a big mink and it was a Rolls Royce. Yeah. Now you've just come up in your mum's Corsa. You seem to keep it very real, Michael.
Well, you know, I'll go a bit Hollywood later on. I'll come down with my gold lame off the shoulder number.
Matt Murray is outside Swansea Crown Court for us now. Matt.
Yes, Claire, well, you join me actually when the Dixon family have just come outside Swansea Crown Court to give their reaction to the guilty verdicts. Let's go to that live now.
Well, this cannot take away.
It wasn't until Dyfed-Powys Police announced 4 years ago that they're going to carry out a review into the cases using the latest DNA technology and blood analysis techniques. Now, many interesting findings were made here. The most significant was on a shotgun, which was used in a particularly brutal robbery at the home of a former teacher, Sheila Clark, in Sardis in Pembrokeshire in 1996. Now, John Cooper was convicted for that crime in 1998 and served 10 years. When the cold case review was launched in 2006, DNA analysis was carried out on that shotgun. It found traces of Peter Dixon's blood on the gun. The DNA showed that there was a 1 in 1 billion chance that that blood could belong to anyone else. Claire.
Matt, thank you very much indeed.